Hi, we're going to do another food testing video, and this one's going to be a quick one. But check out what I got. Chinese chips. Supposedly these came from a Chinese food market of some sort, and Asian food market of some kind. And I'm going to try them out. And from what I've been testing out of these already, they're pretty normal. It's just a regular normal kind of chip, but a good flavor to it. It's not like built really differently, I should think, than anything else. Yeah, a good spice combination. I'm actually expecting something a bit wilder, like a different food type. It's not quite the case here. It's good. It's good, but I'm thinking, is it really any different than any other kind of chips? Not really. Oh man, just trying to read up on this. Maybe someone can translate that for me. But yeah, it's all Chinese to me. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. I have no idea. Sorry. But yeah, it's a good flavor to it. Nice spice to it. I'm thinking I've tried exotic food previously, and some of it's real good. There was that Ethiopian beef stew of some kind I tried recently, like a few weeks ago. And there was Indian food that was very nice, very nice. Lamb flavored something or other. Some of these things I don't think I could. I'm not confident I can pronounce the names of these things, but I do like it. Oh, good. Very nice. I try learning about geography and I try learning about other places and such, but I find every time it's actually put to the test, it's just not enough. Like, I tried earlier, I tried having this conversation about where I work, and I couldn't even get the name of the street right, and that disappointed me. And the streets of the cities I live in a city. I can't get the street names right. It's things like that I find I'm always lacking in my knowledge of geography, and I really need to improve upon it. But I do try to learn things about geography. You know, I read Wikipedia. I look at Google Maps. I learn stories about different places and different peoples, and it's just never quite enough to get the job done. And I'm always finding myself that I'm not particularly good at geography, in spite of my best attempts. I know Calcutta is in India, right? Rajasthan is also in India. Beijing, that's in China. There's also Hong Kong. Or is there some sort of bizarre ruling going on here, like with Taiwan, where they have this technicality about their rules where they say you have to still consider yourself part of China, because if you don't, that's an act of rebellion, and the Chinese Communist Party will not approve of that, and like you will lose social credit for such behavior. And and then Taiwan, they're like, okay, but in actuality, we're the capital of China, and everyone else has to consider themselves part of us, because that's really how it's supposed to go. And they like, and the Chinese, they're like, what are you doing? And like, I'm like, do you consider yourself a separate country or not? Because this is a very important issue. You must tell us right now. And they're like, hey, Western people, can you like be our friends and help us out in case we get invaded and besieged in Taiwan? And they're like, well, you did give us all those nice chips. Computer chips, not potato chips, I should say. So, you know what, let's help you out. I'm like, Philip, how can you post this video online? You are going to lose social credit score, and the Chinese Communist Party will not approve of your actions. I'm like, oh yeah, communists. All better dead than red. Yeah, let's just quote some lines from Liberty Prime. Communism detected on American soil. Then crunch, 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 the giant robot starts stomping around. And he's like, must eliminate the communist menace. Better dead than red. Freedom is the right of all citizens. Boom, 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 the giant robots stomping around. Communism is a lie. Liberty is life. Communism is death. And he's like, well, yeah, you guys know of the, Chinese, Chinese Communist Party, they, there was this event a long time ago called the Great Leap Forward, where they seized all the land of all the farm owners and such, and said, we, the people, can run things better. And they're like, you don't know how this is done. And the communists, even to this day, they seem to act like farming technology hasn't advanced even slightly since the 1940s, and therefore they can just pick up a machine plow, which they think they can run. And I'm looking at the modern agricultural technology that's over there, combine harvesters and things, and I'm like, you guys don't even know how to pump gas or change an oil filter. And you think you can handle big machines like that? And I'm like, and like the communists are like, we can figure it out eventually. What's the worst that can happen? And then they have the Great Famine from China's Great Leap Forward, which, according to records I've been informed, was like either the first or second greatest and most biggest disastrous famine in history. Like, we call this the Great Leap Forward. From now on, we're going to redesign our society so it's all communist. And let's change up the red and lights while we're at it. All those traffic lights, well, red is supposed to be our favorite color as communists, so let's go ahead and make red the go light and green the stop light. I'm sure nothing bad will happen at all. Everyone crashes their cars. Good chips. And the Great Leap Forward, they had this famine where no one knows how to properly work the fields because it's all been under new management, under new owners, because they seized the means of production, the communists, and they're like, oh, I don't know how to work this. Can we just like try harder? and like, I know what we'll do. We'll get rid of all those birds. They're the ones who are eating our rice. And like, just chuck a rock at them every time you see them. And then but the birds are eating the pests in the fields. And now that there's no birds, there's more pests and more bugs eating up your vegetables. And now you're going to starve and have a famine. How terrible. Oh dear. Like, Philip, you were not allowed to speak of such things. You have lost social credit for that. So, how about the Tiananmen Square? Philip, you have lost even more social credit. The Chinese Communist Party frowns upon you. Oh boy. Alright. And there's also this comment they made of, Chinese manufacturing, Chinesium, as they sometimes call it, where they will, hire the lowest bidder to get the job done. And of course, that means someone's cutting corners somewhere. So maybe your concrete is actually made partially out of old corn cobs. Maybe they're using styrofoam instead of steel. And before you know it, everything collapses and falls apart to pieces. And there's a big bootleg scene over in China where there's fake everything. I'm sure you all have heard of those Muscle Man toys. Imitations of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I'm sure there's plenty of videos all about that. But the Galaxy Warriors are luckily one of them. Oh, man. Well, I don't have to tell you all about that. I know Phalis has made plenty of reviews about it. Oh. Do you suppose eating chips in bed is a crummy idea? Good chips. Oh, crap. I dropped the camera. Well, let's end it there.